Hello students, 8th English medium, chapter 2 in biology, that is microorganisms, friend and foe. In the previous lessons we learned about microorganisms, where they can found, in which conditions they can live, and types of microorganisms we learn about it. Then we also learn that different type of microorganisms can cause disease also. We saw the different pictures of the microorganisms, how they look. Some are unicellular, some are multicellular also. Then from the last video we saw that microorganisms can be beneficial also for us and harmful for us also. And in that part we are busy with the how they are useful for us, beneficial for us. In that we see some topics like friendly microorganisms which are in the soil. Then we also saw that the microorganisms are used to make the cheese and curd, etc. The lactobacillus bacteria. Then we also learn about that bacteria which stays in the nodules of the legume plants, the rhizobium, etc. And we learn the commercial use, means in the industries, how the microorganisms are used. Example, for the production of the alcohol, for the fermentation, etc. Now today we are going to learn about the medicinal use of microorganisms. It means that the microorganisms are used to produce some medicines. Sometimes when we get sick, like flu or coughing, etc., and if it is severe, means it is strong, then doctor will tell you that you have to take some antibiotics. Anybody is familiar with this word? Most probably. These antibiotics can be in the form of like liquid or capsules, or maybe in the form of injections. So these are the antibiotics medicine. What is actually antibiotics and how they work, that we are going to learn now. Those antibiotics medicines, what do? Either they kill the microorganisms which are causing diseases, or if don't kill, then stop the growth of the microbes. So either they kill the microorganism. If they are killed, then they are no more active, so they can not multiply and the disease can be cured. Secondly, either they stop the growth. If they cannot grow, they cannot do the diseases, they cannot spread the diseases. So these antibiotics are like kill or stop the growth of the disease causing microorganisms. So the penicillin is the main antibiotic medicine. Now these antibiotics, how they are made? Actually, those medicines, antibiotics, are made from the same microorganisms which are causing diseases. Isn't it strange? Means the same microorganism can cause disease also. And the antibiotics also made from the same disease causing microorganisms. So antibiotics are made from bacteria and fungi, because most of this diseases caused by bacteria and fungi. So the medicine, antibiotics are also made from this bacteria and the fungi. Some of the examples of the antibiotic medicines are streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin. Penicillin also is the one of the type of the antibiotics. So these are the antibiotics. Now how the antibiotics are made? To produce these antibiotic medicines, they grow the bacteria and fungi in the laboratory, so that from that they can make that antibiotic medicines. So antibiotics medicines are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms in the laboratory. So they grow that disease causing bacteria or the fungi in the laboratories, and then from that they make the antibiotic medicines. And the antibiotic penicillin was invented by Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming was the person who was doing some experiments, and he observed something. What did he observe? Look here. In 1929, Alexander Fleming was working on a culture of disease-causing bacteria. He was studying about this culture of disease-causing bacteria. Suddenly, he found the spores of a little green mold in one of his culture plates. He observed that the presence of mold prevented the growth of bacteria. He saw that because of that mold, the growth of bacteria was stopped. It means that it killed that bacteria. It means that mold can kill that bacteria. So mold can be the antibiotic now. And that from that mold he first made this penicillin. So the antibiotic penicillin was accidentally invented by this Alexander Fleming when he was working with the bacteria, and he found specific type of mold, and that mold, because of the presence of mold, the growth of bacteria was stopped, or some of them were killed also. And it means that the mold can be used as a medicine to kill that bacteria, and from that mold he prepared this antibiotic named penicillin. So penicillin was the first time used antibiotic, and after that so many antibiotics, like I told you, that streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin, etc. are found. And sometimes generally these antibiotics are useful only for the bacteria and the fungi. And the antibiotics are not working on the disease which are caused by viruses, because the viruses are totally different from bacteria and the fungi. And therefore, if you use that antibiotics on the disease which is caused by viruses, it will not work. So only to the bacteria or the fungi it can work. Sometimes antibiotics are given to the livestock also. Livestock means the cattle, like cow or the bullock, when they are getting diseased by the microorganisms, bacteria and fungi. So in their food also it is mixed, and then they can take that medicine, then they also can get rid of that disease called, because they are also getting disease like human being, because they are also living organisms. So they are also given this antibiotics mixed with the food, and then they can have, if there is infection, then they can get cured by that. They are also used to control many plant diseases, because in some plants also some diseases are caused by the bacteria and fungi. And therefore, in the plants also they are given so that they can control these medicines. But remember that never take antibiotics without prescription of doctor, because doctor knows when to give and how much must it give, because otherwise it can have some side effects also. And therefore, if we have, and also remember that main thing is that the doctor will prescribe you for a few days, then you have to complete that course. Because sometimes what happens, that if doctor said that this medicine you have to take for a week, means 7 days, but when you start taking medicine 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, then you feeling better, then you think that I am cured, then you stop to taking that medicine. Now what happens, that is the time period 7 days. Why he gave? Because in 7 days those microorganisms can be completely killed. But now when you stop after 4 days, it means that the microorganisms are still there. And then if you stop medicine, they can again grow, again can cause the disease again. And therefore, whenever the antibiotics are given by the doctor and you have to complete that course, it means that doesn't matter after a few days you are getting better, but you have to complete that course. In other diseases it's fine, but when you take antibiotics specially, then you have to complete that complete course of that, otherwise you will get more and more disease again. So now that is the antibiotics. Now antibody and then vaccine. So before we learn about the vaccine, we have to learn about antibody. What is antibody actually? So when a disease, sometimes what happens, disease causing microorganisms are entering in our body. And we know that in our body there is a defense mechanism. Means some of the small diseases can be cured directly by this defense mechanism. So what happens, when a disease causing microbes enter our body, our defensive mechanism produce substances to fight disease causing microbes. It means that in our body automatically some chemicals are made which can kill that disease causing microorganisms. So these substances produced are known as antibodies. Means suppose a bacteria is entering our body which can cause some disease. Then what happens, as soon as it enter in our body, our defense mechanism start making chemical to kill that bacteria. And so what happens, that is known as antibodies. And that antibody can remain in our body for a long time. And whenever again the same bacteria can enter the body, they will definitely kill that bacteria. So these are known as antibodies. Now what is the use of that antibodies? Similarly, that vaccine. Vaccine is also one type of antibodies producing. How? Vaccine. If dead or weakened microbes for a particular disease are introduced into a healthy body, the body produces suitable antibodies, and these antibodies remain in the body for a long time and protect us from the disease causing microbes. So these vaccines where do we take? Not after getting disease, but before disease can harm us. Means it is taken as prevention. We know that prevention is better than cure. So what happens when sometimes we know that some diseases are spreading, like polio or the dengue, etc. Then if it is in your area, then better that it does not harm us. So we have to take medicines before it. That is known as vaccine. Means it is taken as a preventive steps, that if that disease causing microorganism can enter the body, then our body can immediately make that antibody and we can be protected. So that is known as vaccine. And how vaccine are produced? From the same microorganisms. So if dead or weakened part of the disease causing microbes are entered in our body by injection. So what happens, as we told that our defense mechanism start producing that antibodies, and that antibody will remain in our body for a long time and it will protect us forever. So generally when you are children, they are small, then what happens, doctors at some years they give you some vaccination. You are aware about that polio vaccines, when sometimes campaigns are held on the bus depot or in the health centers, etc. They are telling you that bring your children which are less than 5 years old for the vaccination. Polio na tipa pivdavanu આવે છે. બરાબર? So that is the vaccines. It means that when the child is vaccinated by that polio vaccine, then in the future also, if the viruses of the polio can enter that body of the child, then he will be protected from that disease. So in the childhood, we are sometimes in the injections also, or sometimes in the form of the medicines also. The vaccination means to give vaccine, is known as vaccination. So vaccination prevents us before the disease can harm us. So sometimes we know that there is a campaign is running according, as I told you, polio pulse program, and that polio drops are given to the children. Actually, is it a vaccine? And first time the vaccine was discovered by the here we have written already that vaccine was first Edward Jenner discovered. Edward Jenner discovered the vaccine for the smallpox, and now before few years there was a campaign running all over worldwide for the smallpox. Everybody was vaccinated, and now you will not see any disease like smallpox because of that vaccination. So several diseases like cholera, tuberculosis, and the smallpox, hepatitis, polio, etc. can be prevented by doing this vaccination, and it is very, very useful. These days vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect humans also and other animals also from this vaccination. So the vaccination is very, very important. Whenever the disease is spreading in your community, it's better that we can take that vaccine so that we will be protected by these vaccines. So this is the medicinal use of the microorganisms. First we saw that the antibiotics are also made from the microorganisms, and then we saw that antibody and the vaccine are also made using that microorganisms which are causing diseases. So here we are going to stop today's session. In next session we will learn about some other uses and then about the harmful organisms, means how they are harming us. That also we are going into the next session. It will be followed by a PDF file. Write down in your notebook, and if it is any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.